Okay, the trainer, welcome back to another live stream. I haven't done a live stream in so long, but I did decide to make one this time. I'm just going to talk about two tips for fat loss. All right. So I'm not going to really wait for any people to come into the live. If you're just watching this later, thank you. Subscribe, like the video, support your boy. So, number one tip for fat loss is, guys, you have to have your meals ready. Yes. That means you have to know what you're going to eat ahead of time. And the reason you want to do that is that when you are starving, you're hungry, maybe you're busy, and then you want to eat something, you already know what you want to eat. It's ready. Okay. So you don't have to make the wrong choices. Okay. So when you have your food ready, and you're hungry, it helps you stay on track with your calories. It helps you stay on track with your diet. Because, guys, let's face it, it's not easy to really stay on top of your diet. There's so many temptations out there. I love to eat. Like yesterday, I had ice cream. I thought I was gonna have, maybe one cup. I went and bought another one, and then later in the night, I got some pizza. So it's not easy to stay on diet. And I'm telling you first hand. And the thing is, right now I'm on my fat loss journey as well, just like most of you guys. I always have these fat loss journeys, right? And I'm left with maybe 15 to 20 pounds to really look my best. I'll be giving you guys an update about that. So yesterday I went crazy, but that's okay. And that's the thing, right? You're gonna have moments where you can't eat perfect all week, and that's okay. But the most important thing is you have your meals ready for most of the week, or you at least know that, hey, for lunch I'm gonna eat this. And the thing is, it gets boring. It involves hard work to know what you're going to eat ahead of time. It involves hard work to prepare what you're going to eat, and it also involves discipline to actually eat the same things. Because if you're going to plan to eat different things every day and you're trying to lose fat, that's going to be very tough to keep that up, because you know eating different things with different calories, different macronutrients, different weights, different portions. Today you eat rice, tomorrow you want to eat potatoes, the next day you want to eat an apple for a snack, and then the next day you want to eat a banana. So it can get very tough and confusing, and it can mess up your diet and tracking your calories, right? Okay, so someone just come in the chat, how many calories do you eat per day? Right now I don't even know how many calories I eat, and that's the thing. It's not really too much about the calories, but sometimes it's also about the food. And also, just because I eat, let's say, 1,800 calories doesn't mean you should eat 1,800 calories, because we have different goals. We're on different levels. We do different type of activities. All right. I don't eat the same calories just like maybe a football player may eat, because they work way harder than I do. They burn more calories than I do, so they may even eat more, even if they have good diets, but they usually eat more because they use more energy in their respective sports. So I don't know how many calories I eat, and the reason being is that this is the first time in uh in my fat loss journey that I decided I'm not going to really track calories I eat, but most importantly, I'm only tracking just carbohydrates, and I'm tracking the foods that I eat, and just tracking how many calories I burn in a day. So every day I walk 10,000 steps, and I try to burn at least 350 calories for days I don't get to walk. Okay, so on days I go to the gym, I still walk the 10,000 steps. And the days I don't walk the 10,000 steps, I still go to the gym and try to do cardio to burn 350 calories. But the most important thing is that even if I don't know exactly how many calories I eat every day, I track my carbohydrates because I love carbohydrates. The thing about carbohydrates is the main source of energy, and we tend to eat way more carbohydrates than we eat protein and fats. Okay, we tend to eat more. You will agree, you could easily eat way many cakes than you can eat chicken. Okay, pieces of chicken. You may have 2 or 3 pieces of chicken and you feel full, because protein keeps you fuller longer, right? But For me, you give me as many donuts, as many pieces of pizza, and I'll eat the whole thing, but I'm not going to eat the same amount of chicken because carbohydrates taste good. They have sugar in them, and we love to eat carbohydrates more. But remember, once you eat way more, and carbohydrates add up the calories easily, right? So once you eat way more carbohydrates than your body needs, which means way more calories than your body needs, guess what? The body is going to keep the rest of the calories from your carbohydrates as fat because you ate way more than you can use. You ate way more than the body needs. So the rest is going to be kept as fat. That's why they say, oh, it is important to stay in a caloric deficit. If you're a beginner, you may have to track your calories, but I've been doing this a while. So for me, I don't really have to track my calories. The main calories I track are carbohydrates, and reason being, we love to eat carbohydrates and we tend to eat way more carbohydrates. So I try to stay between, you know, 130 to maybe 180 carbohydrate, 180 grams of carbohydrates, depending on the day. The days I work out, the days I don't work out, and I'm just, staying at home, but I still walk, like I tell you guys. So the first tip, like I told you guys, you gotta know what you're going to eat ahead of time. If you know what you're going to eat every day ahead of time for lunch, for breakfast, for snacks, it helps you not make wrong choices. Okay? Even if it's gonna be hard to either you have to cook or you have to buy it or you have to go to pack it. For me, I pack my lunch when I'm going to work because I don't want to eat the wrong choices of food because there's so many temptations out there. You're gonna be starving and you're like, you know what? I didn't bring my lunch. Let me just buy this candy. Let me just drink this soda. Let me just get these chips. All sorts of crazy things out there, and they usually have so way many calories. But if you pack your food and go with it to school or to work or wherever you're going, you have it ready. So when you feel any hunger, you just eat what you already have so you don't make the wrong choices and you stay on top of your diet. So that's tip number one. Tip number two is going to be that you need to make sure you don't eat way more on days you don't work out or on days you're not active. I'll give you an example. Let's say you have a day you don't feel like going to the gym. You have a day you don't feel like going for the walk, the 10,000 steps I tell you guys. Okay, you have a day you just want to stay home, watch your movies, have a good time. You don't feel like stressing. You just want to. We all have those days. Maybe you feel exhausted. You're like, you know what? I'm staying home. I'm not doing nothing. Guess what? That's the perfect day not to eat the same calories you eat like when you go out to work out, when you go out to walk, when you're active. Okay? That's the perfect day. So, the second tip is make sure the days you don't do nothing, especially the days you're not active, you're not working out, you eat way less, at least by 30% less. I'll give you an example. Let's say on the days you work out or you're active, you eat 200 grams of carbohydrates. Guess what? Since you're not working out, eat 150 or 130. Depending what your goals are. But that's the second easy tip for fat loss. It helps you stay in a caloric deficit because the body doesn't need as much energy. I'm telling you, the body doesn't need as much energy, especially if you're eating your vegetables and you're having high protein. People think when you eat less carbohydrates, you're just gonna starve yourself and be hungry. No, you're not gonna. You may crave because those are the two different things. Hunger and craving are two different things. I may have a good meal of vegetables, chicken, and rice and everything, and I may still crave something sweet like ice cream. It doesn't mean I need to eat it. It doesn't mean I'm hungry. It just means I have a sweet tooth and I'm craving it because the body doesn't mind. It will keep eating until you say stop, until you realize you shouldn't eat anymore. That's a discipline. So the second tip is gonna be to not eat as much food as you do on the days you work out. Okay, so two tips for today for this live stream. Number one, have your meals ready. Number two, always try to eat way less food than you do on the days you don't work out. Okay, got that, guys? So I just wanted to come in, make a quick video live stream. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'm gonna be coming out to the Patreon for those of you who have questions for me, personal questions, you want my consultations, you know, because some of you guys ask me personal questions and I can't answer personal questions for everyone. I usually just make videos for everyone in general, but I can't focus on just you and just you, because that would be meaning I have to put all my time in just answering your personal questions. I don't know your personal situation. I don't know if you how long you work out. I don't know what your goals are. So those personal things, I'm gonna just create a Patreon, and if anyone wants insight into that, it's gonna come soon. And if you want one-on-one, you have a chance to do that as well. So be looking out for that. It's coming very soon. But don't forget to like, subscribe. If you have any general questions that I can make a video about, I will. And don't forget to follow my Instagram, Boogie the Trainer. I'll catch you guys next time. I promise I'm going to try to do these live streams as more frequently. All right. All right. Peace out, guys.